Good evening, everybody. My name's Hina, and I am coming to you from the Master Shah Dow Center here in London. Now, tonight we have an extra special Facebook Live show for you. We have one of Master Shah's actually very first students. So he's known Master Shah for well over 20 years. And he's also a neurosurgeon from Canada. He grew up actually in Czechoslovakia. And that is where he found his passion for healing and especially healing the brain. That's where he was inspired. So we have a super special guest. So it is my greatest honor to introduce Dr. Peter Hudoba. So welcome, Dr. Peter.
Welcome. Thank you.
So, Dr. Peter, for our newer friends who aren't exactly familiar with Master Shah, his techniques, the organization, or with you, I mentioned briefly before that you are a neurosurgeon. You educated for, you trained for basically, I know in the US it's about 12 to 15 years to become a neurosurgeon, to become a surgeon. And what inspired you to start following Master Shah's wisdom, his techniques, and go into the training that Master Shah offers?
As you said, I've been studying and practicing Tao techniques, Taoism since my childhood, actually. So it is decades. And then when I moved to Canada, I first 10 or 15 years invested into become a neurosurgeon, established and was professor in university. But my life was not satisfied. If you achieve so much and great success, still was not satisfying. It was very surprising, and I realized very soon that also I achieved this American dream. I still want to pursue my other passion that has been with me most of my life, and I want to reach Tao. I want to reach enlightenment. So I found out Master Shah in a very amazing way. That would take a long time. So at any rate, we met, and I had a private session with him for 2 days. We meditated together, and it just blew me off totally. I understood from the texts that you found who is real master when in the presence things are happening. And truly, in those first several hours, all the things I read in Sutra, in this old ancient text, they were happening with me. Wow! So I knew this is a man, no doubt about it. And so my personal experience that validated all the knowledge I had from the past, this is the greatest luck. So I committed, and I am with him. It will be in a few days, it will be 22 years. So a long time.
Wow, that actually sounds amazing. And that's right, because you grew up in Czechoslovakia, where the exposure to ancient Chinese knowledge and texts and Taoism, which I guess you seemed, when you were growing up, you had a connection or a calling to learn all these ancient texts, which just tells me that you're super extraordinary because you somehow managed to get all these Taoist texts that were not allowed in those times in that place. And you taught yourself the texts for Taoism, the I Ching, and you did the practices, you cultivated. And then, so you already, I think, had a calling for that. What makes you feel that you had this calling from such a young age?
Well, it started in the judo class. I was 10 years old when I started practice judo. And in the class, our teacher explained that Ju means gentle, Do means Tao. So judo is a gentle Tao. And he taught us very, very rudimental knowledge, which, he felt safe. So he would say, Peter, Don't do it. Don't use your muscles. Let Tao do it for you. What do you mean, Tao? Well, you will learn later. And so I learned that there is something unseen, invisible that I can use to when I am fighting, and and it started from there. And then I got really into it, and I wanted to know what are those powers that oh man. And then I had the book smuggled to through the border, and then I started to study.
And that's the amazing thing for me, because you were already interested, connected, learning all these ancient secrets and learning how to use the energy, using the Tao instead of your physical body. And then you trained as a medical neurosurgeon, as a medical doctor. So how did you make that connection? Because usually I think people who are interested in these types of sciences and the ancient meditative arts, Tai Chi, I Ching, usually they go into that type of profession. So how did you hop from that into more Western medical science?
I wanted to be a doctor since I was a child. I had a teddy bear and I was giving him vaccinations and putting a bandage on his paws. To be a doctor, it was given all my life. And I didn't know, actually, I found out later with Master Shah, that all these ancient Taoist masters, they were healers. We can very clearly say that traditional Chinese medicine, as it is known, was founded by Taoist masters. They lived in mountains, they had no access to anything, and they developed techniques how to survive. And they were picking out herbs, and then they learned, and they developed acupuncture. Acupuncture, for example, those points are for meditation. Initially, that was for meditating, and the names of the acupuncture points are codes for meditation. So, it is the healing system. The Taoism is a quest for enlightenment, at the same time a profoundly healing system.
And that's so amazing that you made that connection, because I know for me, when I trained as a Western medically trained doctor, with me, I would have never, ever, ever made that connection between energy healing and like healing with medications or infections. We did learn that using herbs on a highly concentrated form can then be like a medication that now most Western trained medical doctors we give all the time. But to know that no, being a doctor or a healer is actually also associated with Taoism. I mean, that was the connection for me that I'm still discovering on deeper levels. So I think it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, Hina, well, this is a tragic thing, actually. Exactly what you say. It's all my profession, my colleagues, most of them feel that way. But in fact, the founder of the European medicine, Hippocrates, he was a priest. The first hospital in Europe on island Kos in ancient Greece is a temple of Asclepius. And Hippocrates, he was a surgeon, he was a physician, and he was a priest. And he was using the energy healing, prayers, and all these things, besides doing surgeries. We just forgot that tradition from which we grew up.
Yeah, I think that's true. I'm discovering more and more as I practice that now, after I see patients, they leave a lot more happier. They're a lot more satisfied. And I'm like, I'm doing the same thing. I'm still like, I'm still giving them prescriptions or whatever, but they just leave happier. And I know it's because of all the healing tools that Master Shah helps us incorporate. So that's really amazing. To be a healer or a doctor is actually a lot more connected than what we know about today, and actually what we should be accepting and utilizing, because it is more effective.
Definitely.
So, Dr. Peter, I know that you are doing a workshop in November with the Tao Chang leader here, David Lush. And as I understand, both of you have been friends for years and years and years. And both of you are actually one of 6 Tao Authority teachers who are authorized to teach Master Shah's wisdom and techniques and his Tao teachings. So this sounds to be, it's going to be like a super powerful workshop. Are you looking forward to this?
Oh yeah, with David we go long way back, and it is totally amazing. Like I give you, how can I explain it? Like Beatles. The Beatles when they were together, they had such a chemistry. Then in the short span of time, they produced unbelievable art. The songs, so incredible melodies, and the text is even now, so many years after, it still resonates with millions of people. And then when they split apart individually, none of them would be able to create that crispiness, that joy, that what was when they were all together. And so the same with David. We did quite a few workshops in Europe. Wow, every time we get together, it's that special chemistry. The it makes a very amazing, unique atmosphere. And also, both of us, we are, Master Shah is saying that we are really into Tao, that we live it we, as much as we can, and we express it, we teach it. So it will be amazing again.
Oh, I know it's definitely going to be amazing. I still remember one of the first blessings that I received from from Dr. Peter when he came to the London Center. That was the very first time I actually had a physical experience. That was one of the first times where the right half of my body, like my arm, was just like super, super hot. And at that point, I wasn't too sensitive, but I do remember that. And I'm like, oh my gosh, something is happening, like energy and all this type of healing, Tao healing. It is real. And I can't say that I was 100% sold, but when you have an experience like that, and I still remember it was just so hot, and it was just one half of my, like, just one arm. But I mean, it's amazing. And ever since that experience, it really has increased my faith and my belief in that. Yes, being, it doesn't matter what type of doctor profession you are, just like all this is just incorporated. Like the Tao healing does go deep, and this energy healing and even the wisdom, it just, I think all the years of cultivation that you have done on your own, you have integrated all these things, and it has made you a powerful, I'm sure, a powerful doctor, a powerful professor, and a powerful healer. And with you and David both, I know it's going to be an amazingly powerful workshop. And so I thank you so much for doing this, because I know I've been looking forward to it since last year when you and David did it together. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us for this short Facebook Live. And if anyone is interested in joining this workshop, there is a prerequisite of being a Tao Healing Hands healer. But please join us. If you are not a Tao Healing Hands healer, you can find out more on our website, which the link will be up. But joining this workshop with Peter and David is going to be so, so amazing, because both of these grandmasters have actually taught the Tao wisdom for years. They've integrated it, they've digested it and absorbed the wisdom. And so when they teach us with the frequency that they bring, it's actually easier for us to digest and absorb the wisdom and learn a lot quicker. So please join us. So Dr. Peter, any closing words before we end?
This is going to be a very beautiful workshop where we are going to explore the heart of Tao. So going to the core, to come to the place where we really are connecting with this amazing power, and we allow our heart to be healed through it. What does it mean to heal? You know, the people have all sort of experiences in their life, some pleasant, some less pleasant, and we allow this power just come and wash away whatever doesn't belong to our heart, and then just explore the beauty of the human heart, and allow these forces to help us, uplift us this way, and make our well-being more enjoyable, more successful.
That's very true. That's true because as our heart heals, our whole body heals as well. That's been my experience as well.
Mhm. So I welcome everyone from my heart. I lived in UK. I love London. I love Londoners. It's hey, so many good, wonderful memories. So I'm so happy to give something back.
Oh, that's true. A lot of our London students love Dr. Peter. They love it when he visits, and they're super excited, especially to show him all the fish and chip shops around. So thank you so much. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for speaking about this exciting workshop that we're going to experience. And for all our viewers, if you, once again, if you are new to all of this, you can find out more on our links. We have a complimentary introduction to the Heart of Tao workshop on the 1st of November. The actual workshop is on the 19th to the 21st of November. And it is a prerequisite of Tao Healing Hands because both these teachers, David and Dr. Peter, are bringing a very high frequency of light, of wisdom, and even healing, just being in the presence of two teachers who have learned the wisdom, who embody the wisdom. Once you're in the presence of someone who's actually walked the path, it exhilarates our own understanding and uplifts our own wisdom. So please join us. Don't let this opportunity come by. It's only once a year so far. So thank you so much, Dr. Peter, for joining us. I look forward to the workshop. Thank you for your time. And everyone in our viewership, thank you so much for joining us. Please share this video or tell people about the upcoming workshop or our complimentary evenings. You'll have the links. I thank you very, very much, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.
Bye bye.